Hey guys, thanks for tuning back in. Today I'm going to be reviewing another, I guess you can call clone house. All of you probably already know or have heard of this at some point in time. It's Rasasi. And I've got three today. I've got Rasasi, Wisam, Om Day. There is a night version as well, but for today's video, I'm going to go over day. I'm going to go over Rasasi's Entebaa. And the last one is going to be Rasasi's Daarej. Daarej, or however they pronounce it. There it is. All right, so I'm going to start off with Wisam Day. This one is supposed to be a clone of Creed's Silver Mountain Water. Notes at the top: bergamot, geranium, lavender. The mid, you've got your rose, sandalwood, clary sage, and cedar. And at the base of musk, agarwood, oud, and amber and oak moss. Presentation on this thing is like plasticky. So you got the glass here, you got the plastic here, and I mean, this is pretty bad. This comes off. It's come off on a couple occasions. There you go. Check it out. This is what you get. So essentially, this is how bad the bottle is. I guess it doesn't really matter. If you're after the juice, you're after the juice, right? In my opinion, this fragrance is very subjective. You either like it or you don't. It's very screechy in the same sense that Silver Mountain Water is. So Silver Mountain Water, the way I would describe, is it's more on the synthetic side of fragrances. This definitely resembles Silver Mountain Water, so it's there. The rose is there, bergamot, geranium, bergamot, and rose. I get a little bit of the oud. There's a little story about this. When I used to work at HR office, and this dude I used to work with used to come in smelling amazing, and every time I'd ask him, this is the one. He held it back from me for like a month until finally he told me what he was wearing, and it was none other than this Rasasi Wisam Day. So does it smell good? Yeah, it did smell good. I just don't like it on myself. Personally, when I wear this, it gives me a little bit of a headache. And so that's my take. It's heavy on the musk, rose. It's I would classify it as a freshie, but it utilizes oud in a pretty decent way. So it is a floral, it is sweet. So the way I'd categorize it is bright, sweet, floral. So yeah, that's Wisam Day. I have the dry down here, so let's see what I pick up. The oak moss, I get a lot more of the oak moss. Cedar is there. So at the dry down, it's oak moss. The dry down is actually much better than the opening, in my opinion. Because in the dry, yeah, see, this is what I smelt off of my coworker at the time. It's a little bit of oud. It's a very light oud. It's not the skanky oud. So it's musk, oak moss, oud, rose, and amber. That's what I get off the dry down. At the top, I get, let's see. Yeah, it's a little too synthetic at the top. Synthetic, I mean chemical smelling. The geranium is heavy. I'm not fond of geranium. As I stated in a previous video, geranium kind of gives me like a old manish vibe. I don't know. I think of like fragrances like tea rose. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but I think that's what it is with Wisam Day. Is I don't know if you've ever gotten your nose on tea rose, but tea rose was like geranium rose heavy. It was a floral, crazy floral. My dad used to wear it all the time, so. Yeah, so the top is geranium, bergamot, and rose. That's all I get. Maybe a little bit of sage there, but at the base is where this fragrance, in my opinion, shines. And that's with the oak moss, oud, and musk. So not too bad. If I had to rate it, I'd personally give it a 6 out of 10. So that's my take on Wisam Day. Next up is Entebaa. And basically what Entebaa means in Arabic is stamping. And in the bottle itself, it says, first impressions last forever. So I guess that's what it's about, is that this fragrance is supposed to leave a forever lasting first impression. Yay. So the notes in this one, they're not too descriptive. They just said citruses, floral notes, oriental notes, and woody notes per fragrantica. This one also smells like Silver Mountain water, but this one's a little smoother. And let me refresh the spray is good. Yeah, this is way, so if I had to pick between, if you couldn't already tell, I'm not a big fan of this one. It smelled really good, and it's, I mean, for under 50 bucks, sure. If you're a fan of Silver Mountain water, go for it. But if not, then if you haven't gotten your nose on those types of fragrances, I suggest you go and smell Silver Mountain water first. So this is the screechier version, I would say. This one, on the other hand, this one's a little bit more floral sweet than Silver Mountain water, but it's so smooth. And that's the biggest difference between Entebaa and El Wisam. The opening is really good, man. Citruses, the rose is there. There is lavender. The lavender, I think, it's heavier on the lavender, because El Wisam has lavender, but I don't think it's barely there. It's just the top note. But this one, I feel like, utilizes the lavender a lot more and better. I get an oak moss, and there is slight oud in there too. Much better, much better. So also the presentation is much better. I mean, I don't know what's up with this whole painting and whatever, but still much better. It's held up a lot better. I mean, for under $40 is what I bought it. I'm not complaining, man. The dry down, I wouldn't necessarily, so obviously El Wisam is not that linear. It actually transitions, and it transitions very well. So my biggest gripe with it is just being the top. This one, however, it smells fairly similar to the top, so I would kind of call it linear, but the oak moss and the musk gets a little heavier. The biggest, like, I generally stay away from musk scents, but this is blended so well with oak moss and florals that the musk actually complements the fragrance. So pretty good. If El Wisam came in at like a 5.5, 6 out of 10, this one I would say 7.5 out of 10. I mean, mind you, like I said, I'm not crazy on Silver Mountain water, but that's what it is. So this one I really didn't want to include in a video, but I'm actually willing to give this one away. This one is supposed to be a clone of Valentino V, if I'm not mistaken, by Rasasi. That's what the bottle looks like. Looks like a little star. It's made in Dubai, UAE, and it's an eau de parfum. This one, this is probably the biggest regret in my fragrance journey that I have. This one, I mean, it's so, here we go. Let's get the opening. Try not to get my finger, because I do not want to smell this one. So top notes of cumin, cardamom, and artemisia. Mid notes of rose, orris root, and then the base of vanilla, tonka, amber, patchouli, sandalwood, and musk. On paper, it sounds amazing, because I am a fan of orris root, I'm a fan of rose done well. I'm a fan of patchouli, sandalwood, tonka bean, vanilla, cardamom, cumin, all that. I'm a fan. But this is so cumin heavy that it just kills it. Personally, this smells like a flea market, in my opinion. A like Indian flea market, heavy on the spices and just like cooking. Like you're in a flea market and they just got done cooking some kind of like heavy spiced rice or something. I mean, if that's your cup of tea, if you like Valentino V, then go for it, man. But no. I mean, no, this is a 2 out of 10, and I'm only giving it 1 just for respect of the fact that they're cheap. That's it. So like I said, man, I'm willing to give this one away. Comment in the comment section below, and I will pick someone in about 5 days to give that one away to, free of charge. Let me see what the dry down smells like. Ugh. Plastic. That's my opinion. You don't like it, I'm sorry, man. It's just, you know, it's the way the cookie crumbles. That's my take on all three fragrances from the House of Rasasi. I did want to try the Paco Rabanne, what's it called, Invictus Aqua Clone. I forgot what it's called. But after this, I don't know, man. I'm a little weary, especially when it comes to Rasasi's clones. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video. Do comment down below. I will respond. And subscribe and hit that notification bell. Thank you.